This segment sponsored by Advanced Center for Pain and Rehab.
One thing most everyone has is stress, and it's a very, very common thing, but it's a very hot topic, especially now. So we are joined by Dr. Venturini of Advanced Center for Pain and Rehab to give us a little bit more of a background as to why we're feeling this stress and what we can do to help. So Doctor, welcome.
I think in this day and age, we're all stressed out and we all get anxious, we worry. So I'm going to talk about one simple thing that we could do with this breath work that's going to help lower our stress, lower our anxiety. It's backed by good research. It's used by the Navy SEALs. It's used in many situations.
I don't think that people understand how important breathing is.
Yeah, so on another segment, we're going to talk about a simple test we could do. But in this segment, we're going to talk about a simple thing called box breathing or square breathing. And it's just a way, so we have what's called an autonomic nervous system where it's just self-regulated, and there's a sympathetic nervous system and a parasympathetic. So sympathetic's like the fight or flight. You're gonna have to run away from something, run towards something. We're gonna get stress hormones kick in, our blood pressure increases, our heart rate increases, our tissues constrict, our blood vessels constrict. Parasympathetic is the rest and digest, the one that's gonna chill out. So when we're digesting our food, we're going to sleep. So we want to try to kick that in when we're stressed out.
Okay.
And box breathing is a way that we could do that. That's simple. We could do it anywhere. You could do it sitting, standing, lying down. And it's really effective for lowering our blood pressure, lowering anxiety, dilating our blood vessels, increasing oxygen. And it also psychologically, it helps us focus on our breath versus focusing on the problem.
Could you give us a little sneak peek of what that box?
Yeah, it's really simple. It's really simple. We'll have a graphic for you, but so if you think of it, the first thing is you inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, and you could count that.
You're going to see the graphic on the screen right now while Dr. Venturini is talking.
Yeah, so you inhale for 4 seconds, you hold that breath for 4 seconds, you breathe out your mouth for 4 seconds, and then you hold that for 4 seconds.
All four.
So it's 4, 4, 4, 4. So inhale through your nose, you're going to hold that breath for 4 seconds, you're going to exhale through your mouth for 4 seconds, you're going to hold that for 4 seconds, and you can do that for several times. And if you get lightheaded, which can be normal, because when you do that, you are actually increasing oxygen release into your cells and tissues. So you could modify it and do 3, 3, 3. You know, you want to strive for 4, 4, 4. And you do that several times, and just doing that is going to help relax you, it's going to calm you, it's going to stimulate the nerves that relax you, and it's going to lower your blood pressure, your heart rate, and it's simple and it's effective and it really does work.
One of the things I've noticed, I'm very big in therapy and stuff like that, just due to stress and anxiety and depression and stuff. But one of the things that I have noticed is when I was younger, at least, I was taught to inhale for 10, exhale for 10. But throughout this process of learning different breathing techniques and how to cope with these things, is it true that sometimes not holding for 10 seconds but only 4, is there a difference in the amount of time that you're holding versus?
Yeah, so some people,
because I would feel super lightheaded at 10 seconds and I'm like, okay, now I just feel worse.
Yeah, so we don't want that because that could stress you out. There's also a technique called 4, 7, 8 breathing, 4 in, hold 7, breathe out 8.
Many.
But I think the simple thing, thinking
agree.
box breathing, and you can start with 4. If that's too hard, you go to 3. But the whole goal is to lower your stress, lower your anxiety, lower your sympathetic nervous system response, and calm it down. And whatever that entails, but simple square breathing, box breathing is effective. Most people can do it. If you're pregnant or if you have problems holding your breath, yes, you have to modify it, but most people who do it, make sure you're sitting initially, so if you do get a little lightheaded, you don't fall over. But once you start doing it, it becomes easier, and you can chill out with a simple a minute or 2 of doing this stuff.
Well, we'll definitely have to go more into breathing in a different segment because I feel like you probably could have some very good insight for us.
Yes, and it's safe and it's effective.
Yeah. Well, I will link everything on newschannel20.com, relieving stress with something as simple as breathing. I'll link it on newschannel20.com. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to watch more segments from Marketplace on News Channel 20.